welcome to this little series where I show you some of my sketchbooks. I'm Liz, I'm a landscape architect and artist, and I do work as a landscape architect a few days a week, and the rest of the time I dedicate to my art practice. And I also have a little Etsy shop where I create products for from time to time. And I just opened up my YouTube channel a few weeks ago. I would really love to get into filmmaking a little bit more. I'm a total newbie, so I don't know anything about it yet, but I'm having a lot of fun so far. I was flipping through my sketchbooks and thought it would be kind of fun to just make a video about them. Let's jump into the first 3 sketchbooks. This is going to be part 1 of 3, and I'm going to show you roughly between 3 to 2 sketchbooks a video. But before we jump into them, I quickly want to mention that I started a more regular sketchbook practice at the beginning of 2023 because of a drawing challenge actually that got me into it again. We were drawing landscapes for every day of January. I didn't sketch every day, but most of them. And I realized how much I enjoyed this regular practice, and I also realized how much I learned during that 1 month. And starting with landscapes was also really helpful because it wasn't something entirely new to me. During my studies as a landscape architect, we used to draw a lot by hand. Drawing elements of landscapes or landscapes is something we did from time to time. So it was great because it didn't feel that overwhelming, and I already knew that I liked drawing landscapes. So let's have a look in the first one. It's a rather small one, which I liked because I could carry it around with me. I could put my pencil in there, close it up if I wanted to, and it's cardboard so it won't bend. I also liked the paper. The color is lovely, and it takes a wet medium quite well. It's just a little too smooth for my taste, but all in all, it's a solid sketchbook. It's from, let me see, it's from Bindewerk. It's a German company. Yeah, so let's have a look. So this is where the landscape challenge started. And in the beginning I was using a lot of materials I already had from my studies or from school. So mostly colored pencils and Copics and other markers, as well as watercolors and gouache. I really enjoyed the Copic sketches. They look a little bit more bold. Another Copic sketch. I like the perspective in this one. And I really enjoy the colors in that one. Here I was experimenting on transparent paper. And that sketch is the first where I tried more vibrant colors. I usually like more muted tones or more natural colors. These are a little more loose and realistic. This is one of my favorites. And that's the last one. As I said, I'm really grateful for this challenge because it got me into the habit of sketching again. So the next sketchbook would be this one. It's a moleskin one, and I really enjoyed working in it. They have a great quality. The paper is really lovely to work on. The color, the texture, the way wet medium sits on top. It has this little envelope at the back, which I really enjoy. You can close it up. It has a little bookmark, but because the paper has such a good quality, it also feels like I don't want to ruin it, and like every sketch has to look perfect. And it's also quite expensive, so you will see in the next videos that I change to other sketchbooks. So after I finished the drawing challenge, I didn't really know what to draw. or I wanted to try something other than landscapes. And I remember going to an art supply store and just buying random new art materials and trying them out. And here I just drew things from the top of my head. And because everything looked so random, I tried tying it together by putting it in little frames and giving it a background. And as I already mentioned, I usually like more muted colors and tones. So I don't know what happened here. I kind of went all in. And you will see this a lot in this and also the next sketchbook. And I also felt this pressure that every sketchbook spread has to look cohesive and nice and presentable. But I think I got better with that. Some landscapes from above. This actually turned into a lino cut. A little collage I did off of scraps. A landscape that I did on top of some color swatches, and I like the way the color peeks through and kind of binds it together. Some lino cuts. These are little test prints to see which parts I still need to carve away. And from that point on, I still had no clue what I wanted to sketch, and I kind of started looking up different themes and objects on Pinterest or Google and just had a go. Here I chose dinosaurs, for example, and tried a limited color palette. And most of these spreads just look kind of boring and don't really feel like me. I turned this one into a screen print and into glow-in-the-dark stickers. I think somewhere on the next pages, yeah, I explored it further over here. And then I just went on randomly framing things in all different colors. This one turned into a lino cut and I made greeting cards out of it. Also with this one. Here I was sketching some bears. I like the looseness of the lines. Some froggies. Here I tried out some neocolors and neocolors with water. Here I participated in another drawing challenge, the March Garden Escape one. I can't remember who hosted it, but I drew some thumbnails and ideas, and I remember that I just got Procreate on my iPad and I did all of the prompts digitally. This is probably my favorite spread from the sketchbook. I discovered my old fountain pen and started drawing these little landscapes in like sections, like dioramas. This is something I still love to do, and I do as often as I can when I feel like it. I go to museums and take my sketchbook and just sketch there. This is the Natural History Museum in Bern. And they had these really old jars with different animals in them. Here I went to a live drawing class. I realized that the size of the sketchbook is too small, but it was still fun. I still remember that I was really struggling with their noses, especially when drawing them in perspective. So that's the second sketchbook. And then the third one for this video is another moleskin one, a size smaller. I got these two together at the same time. some more bird sketches with my fountain pen. I really got into birds somehow. Some color palettes for different seasons. Some quick lino cuts. And still in this sketchbook, I always tried to make the spread look nice and cohesive, and didn't give myself the permission to just try out things and experiment. Here I sketched out some stamps, vintage ones mostly. As a child I used to collect them, and I also looked some up online and came up with my own designs. This was really fun. Colored pencil on top of gouache. Some scribbles. These were like 1-minute sketches I did with different mediums. This was a sketchbook prompt from Sophie McPike's Patreon. I think we were drawing 5 objects in our room with negative space. These were quick sketches I did at the lake we live nearby. This is from a trip we took to Prague. Here we went to a museum in Prague. It was quite a rainy day that day. This is another scene from the old town in Prague. Here I went on a trip with friends to a region in Switzerland called Valleys, and we went horseback riding in the forest and in the mountains. And they also have these really cute sheep that have like a black face and black ears, and they look really, really cute. A little collage I did with a vintage photograph and a leftover lino cut. Another one of those collages. This is a quick lunch break sketch I used to work in the old town of Zurich, and went to a little pocket park. This is my bookshelf. I love how this one turned out, and it also feels like me. A really messy sketch I did in a nearby forest. They have like this wooden platform near this wetland, and even though I don't enjoy the sketch, I still remember the evening and listening to the birds and just enjoying a little winding down time after work. This was another sketchbook challenge, but I don't remember what it was about. Here I was trying out different textures on top of gouache with colored pencil and a little self-portrait. And yeah, that's it for this sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more cozy and artsy videos. And I will see you in part 2. Bye!